This is CK, Switch Product Line Manager from Edgecore. Today I'm going to introduce our new series of product called ECS4120. So recently we launched 3 products. They are 24 and 48 gigabit switch with up to 10 gig SFP plus uplink. Here we have 2 models with copper port and 1 model with fiber port. Because this switch is with 10 gig uplink, so it can work together with our AS5710 54X EC, which is a 48 10 gig switch for aggregation. So first, for ECS4120 28T, this is a 24 port 10, 100, 1000 base T plus 4 port 10 gig SFP plus with 1 RJ45 console port. This switch can operate under 0 degree to 50 degree. It is a 1U device and the depth is around 220 millimeter. So the depth is very small, can fit to a small housing. And it is fanless design, so it's silent and low power. And this switch is support full layer 2 software feature set, including the advanced security, superior QoS, comprehensive multicast control. And besides the basic layer 2 software feature set, we also support the Metro Ethernet feature like MEF 914 compliance and ITU-T G.AT32 Ethernet ring protection switch. And we also support the OM function, which is based on the IEEE 802.1ag Y.1731. And this switch also supports IPv6 management and also support IPv6 and IPv4 static route. And the other model is 48 port 10, 100 and 1000 base T plus 4 10 gig SFP plus. Okay. Basically the software feature is the same as the previous one. Okay. And those switches can be used as an access switch for the ISP and MSO for broadband service network. Okay. So this is a topology of the access network. So our ECS4120 28T or 52T can be used as an access switch which connect to the home user and provide the gigabit bandwidth. And because it supports up to 10 gig uplink, up to 4 10 gig uplink, 2 of them can be used to connect each other together to form a 10 gig backbone. And the other 2 10 gig port can be connected, cascade with other switches to expand the port density. Okay. So the switch, the 10 gig access ring can be connected to our AS5710 54X-EC as an aggregation switch. And this aggregation switch can form a 40 gig aggregation ring. Okay. And just now is a ring topology. This slide shows you the star topology. So similar. For the 4120, 28T and 52T can be used as an access switch to connect to the home user, and then they will be aggregated to the AS5710-54X. And besides for ISP and MSO, both switches can also be used in the enterprise network. Okay, so this is an example for gigabit access switch with 10 gig uplink access application. So here, for the ECS4120 and 28T or 52T, they can direct connect to the PC or laptop. So this is like a gigabit to the desktop application. And you can use the 10 gig uplink to connect to the 10 gig aggregation switch. Okay. And this 10 gig aggregation switch can be connected to the server farm and also the storage. And we also have another model called ECS4120 28P. This is a PoE switch. And this PoE switch can support up to 400 watt for the PoE budget. So for this switch, it can connect to the IP cam, which support the PoE function, or connect to AP, or connect to IP phone. So those devices don't need a power supply. So they can get the power supply from the UTP cable for the power supply and also the network connectivity. So this is very typical application for the enterprise network, access switch for the small to mid-sized network, or branch office of the enterprise or campus work group. And we have another model, which is the fiber switch. Okay, this switch supports 20 port, 1000 base X SFP, and 4 combo gig, and 4 10 gig SFP plus. Okay, and this switch support 1 RJ45 console port and also 1 out-of-band management port. Okay. And this switch also supports dual power input, so you can use either AC or DC simultaneously. Both the power input can be redundancy, okay, for backup. And this switch also supports the full layer 2 software feature set and also the Metro Ethernet features. Okay. Besides that, it also supports the IPv6 management and also IPv4 and IPv6 static cloud. So this is the application of this fiber switch. So for this fiber switch, it can use the fiber cable to connect to IAD, Internet Access Devices, which can provide triple play services by the ISP or MFO to the home user. Okay. And the 4120-28F, the fiber switch, can be aggregated to the AS5710-54X. Besides using for fiber to the home application, this switch can also act as an aggregation switch, which can aggregate the fiber, the fast Ethernet access switch, which has a gigabit fiber uplink, okay, like our ECS3510 28T. Okay. And this is the ring topology. Okay. And for star topology is similar. So for our ECS3510 28T, 52T, okay, can be aggregate to ECS4120 28F. Okay. Then the ECS4120 28F can aggregate to our AS5710 54X. Okay, so this slide shows you what kind of software we support in this series of switch. One of the major software functions is the continuous availability for the operator network. For example, we support the AO2.1W, 1S, or Rapid Spanning Tree Protocol and Multiple Spanning Protocol. So the switch can connect as a ring topology for redundancy. If one of the fiber link fail, and there is still other path to go to the network. And beside this enterprise grade spanning tree protocol. Actually, we also support the ITU-T standard G.AT32 Ethernet ring protection switch. This is a telecom standard, which in a ring topology, the conversion time can be less than 1 second. And besides this, we also support the link aggregation control protocol, IEEE 802.3ad. This protocol can increase the bandwidth of the uplink and offload and offer the load balancing and fault tolerance of the uplink connection. The second major function is the enhanced security, which can be used to secure the operator network. For example, the port security. The port security can limit the numbers of the subscriber devices and protect against MAC flooding attack. Okay. It also supports dynamic MAC aging and MAC notification. For the dynamic MAC aging function, so the administrator don't need to reconfigure the port security function. Okay. When the MAC aging out, the new MAC can be learned. Okay. Besides this, we also support the DHCP snooping, which can protect the network from raw DHCP server. And we also support the IP source guard, which can prevent non-subscriber from using the static IP to access the operator network. Okay. And also we support the DHCP snooping option 82. This function allows the operator to assign the IP address based on the location. The locations including which switch and which port and which VLAN the subscriber connected. Okay. And we support various formats, including the TR-101. Okay. So this function can shoot different DHCP server. And if the operator is not going to use the DHCP server to offer the dynamic IP, they may use the PPPoE to offer the IP to the home user's device. So we support the PPPoE IA, which allows the operator to assign IP address based on the location, also based on the location, including the switch, port, and VLAN of the subscriber. And we also support various formats to suit different bus server. Okay. And for this traffic segmentation, it is used to isolate subscriber port to ensure the user privacy. Okay. Besides this, we also support the dynamic ARP inspection. This can protect the operator network from ARP spoofing and also man-in-the-middle attack. Okay. So all of these functions can ensure the secure network for the operator network. Okay. And the third function is the comprehensive QoS. We support the AO2.1p. This based on the DHCP and layer 2, layer 3, layer 4 ACL. So the operator can use the AO2.1p, or they can use the DHCP value in the IP packet, or they can even use the layer 2, layer 3, or layer 4 ACL to classify the data. After classification, for example, voice and video traffic is more important, then we can use marking, policing, and scheduling to deliver best-in-class performance of those kind of traffic. Okay. So after classification of the traffic, when the packet is going to send out to the output port, okay, the traffic scheduling, we support the weighted round robin, strict priority, and strict weighted round robin. This can ensure differential prioritization of packet flow and avoid congestion of the egress queue. We also support the rate limiting. Okay. This function can preserve the network bandwidth of the user and allow maximum control of the network resources. Okay. And also we support the two-rate three-color marking, so you can classify the traffic per service with different bandwidth profile. For the ISP who provide the broadband service access, including the triple play, it is very important for them to use this robust multicast control function. So our switch supports the IGMP snooping to prevent the flooding of the multicast traffic by sending to the only receiver port. Those ports who are not the receiver port will not receive the multicast traffic. And we also support the IGMP filtering, which can allow the operator to create IPTV channel packages for the subscriber. Okay. And we also support the IGMP throttling. This function can limit the number of IPTV channels subscriber can watch simultaneously, so the operator can charge different subscribers with different fee. For this robust multicast control, we also support multicast VLAN registration function. This function allows the operator not to use the layer 3 multicast router, which is very expensive, and they can use the current layer 2 switch, but can distribute the multicast traffic from one VLAN to the other VLAN. Because most of the multicast traffic were located in a multicast server VLAN, which is different from the subscriber VLAN. So in the past, they will need a layer 3 router to do this function. But now, with the multicast VLAN registration function, we can distribute the multicast from the multicast server VLAN to the subscriber VLAN. And because of the ISP and MSO, they need to they need to manage tens of thousands of the switches simultaneously. That's why the superior management function is very important. And for Edgecore switch, we support the Cisco-like command line interface. So it's very user-friendly. And we also support the AAA function, including the authentication, authorization, and accounting. And those functions can be authenticated via the Radius or Takas server. Okay, this enable the centralized control of the switch, and we can authorize different access rights per administrator or operator for the switch management, configuration, and accounting. And the other advantage of our switch is that we provide the complete private mean. So the operator, if they have their own SMP network management software, okay, they can control our switch very easily. And also they can control all the function which support by our private mean. Okay, and we also support the complete management security. So besides for the basic operator function, we also support the advanced Metro Ethernet feature like Q&Q. Q&Q can isolate the traffic per customer or service provider for layer 2 VPN service between headquarters and branch offices of the subscriber. And we also support layer 2 protocol tunneling, which can allow the layer 2 protocol to be tunneling between the headquarters and branch office Q&Q tunnel. Okay. And beside this, we also support the IEEE 802.1ag connectivity fault management. This function provides a tool for the service level OAM and for detecting, isolating, and reporting any connectivity fault in the provider network very quickly. And we also support ITU-T Y.1731, which can help the service provider to measure the performance parameter for the service, so such as the frame relay and frame relay variation of the link of the subscriber. Okay, so this is a detailed function of Edgecore software feature, which is a rich and field-proven software platform. So this is another page, so we can look into it. And for the layer 3 function, this switch supports the basic layer 3 function, including ARP, proxy ARP. For the routing protocol, we support static route for IPv4 and IPv6, including the RIP version 1 and version 2. So this is a layer 2 plus switch. So comparing to our existing 4510 series, okay, so this switch is a new one. So it has a 4 fixed 10 gig SFP plus port on the front panel. Compared to the 4510 series, there are only 2 10 gig SFP plus port on the front panel, and in the rear panel there's a slot which can insert an optional 2 10 gig SFP plus module. Okay. For the PoE budget, okay, is similar. But for the 4120, we don't have the 52 port PoE switch. Okay. And then the main difference is the hardware stacking. 4120 series does not support the hardware stacking, but for 4510 series can support the hardware stacking function through the SFP plus port. Okay. So because this is a new switch, so you can see the CPU, the flash memory, the size is larger than the 4510. But for the multicast group, the 4510 is bigger. And for the IPv4 and IPv6 ACL, 4510 is also bigger. Okay. So this is the main difference between the hardware of these 2 series of switches. Okay. For the layer 2 feature set, actually they are quite the same. Okay, thank you. This is a brief introduction of our new series, ECS4120 series switch. Thank you.